Today, I want to talk about using tracks in a live worship environment. And when I say tracks, I mean the use of supplementary or even replacement instruments that are not on the stage but it's audible over the front of house, such as drums and bass when there's no drums and bass on the team. I know there are lots of opinions out there as to whether using tracks in worship is authentic or not, and I've got one very simple reason, and that reason has got nothing to do with music, in the sense that it's not about filling out the space with as much sound as possible. It's not about trying to sound like the CD or the album. It has got everything to do with pastoral care, and specifically pastoral care towards my musicians. Some additional context. My church is in a situation where we merged our contemporary and traditional service musicians. And as such, we have a whole mishmash of musicians on the same team. Some teams are full band. They've got drums, bass, guitars, keyboard, what have you. My team had the unique situation of having just 2 keyboards, 1 guitar, and a couple of singers. That's it. The first couple of times we met, we expressed some sadness in that we didn't have drums and bass, and we were lamenting that there was just no push, no kick, no oomph, because we felt that for the live band sound, we really missed drums and bass. And because I am an Ableton Live user and I use it to automate my click track, my cue track, as well as snapshot changes on my Line 6 devices, it was only a small bit of effort more to include drums and bass into the live sound. And putting those drums and bass tracks wasn't so difficult. I could record my own bass because I play bass, and I programmed my own MIDI drums and I ran it through several drum machines to make it sound like an authentic live drum sound. The result was night and day between pre-tracks and post-tracks. Before I had tracks, I could tell there was something off with my team. We weren't grooving well, we weren't clicking well, we weren't engaging well with the music. But as soon as I added the drums and bass tracks into the live sound, suddenly my team was clicking well, they felt more engaged. I could tangibly feel the musical joy when we were playing together with the drums and bass tracks. As much as worship leaders care about congregation and care about engaging the congregation, we are also responsible for the pastoral care of our musicians. So let's not neglect the feelings of our musicians. Don't write off the needs of your musicians as petty or inconsequential. I think that it is perfectly within our purview to care for our musicians as much as we care for the congregation. For a detailed discussion on tracks, I did do an episode with Hey Worship Leader, and you can check out his content over on his channel to hear a more nuanced and detailed discussion about using tracks in worship.